Hey everybody, Brian here from Solid Woodworks. Today we are showing you the build of the 4-door Bronco drawer system we just came out with here at Solid Woodworks. So this is the base plate. You're gonna have a single drawer system on this side pulling out the rear cargo area. This side is gonna be a little bit of a storage zone. You can see the walkthrough that we've already done in our description of this video below. You can see these cutouts here below. These will be cutouts to your stock locations in the bottom of your vehicle to where your jack and all the kind of storage cubbies down here are located. When you pull your drawer out, you can have access to that. So let me show you what comes inside of your box. As you can see, the base plate of your Bronco system, the drawer back, the box jams to build your drawer, your little front cubby piece that goes there, your divider, another jam for that, your drawer jams that have your divider cutouts in it, a couple pucks that will go underneath the base plate to make it level and have a nice surface for your mounting bolts. The top has a cool little secret storage cubby, your drawer face, and your base plate. If you're ordering the 60/40 bed split, these are a couple pieces that you'll be receiving as well. This is the cleat going on the back of your drawer system for the bed pieces to sit on when they are laid out into the bed system. This is the supports that will level out the bed system that's connected to your drawer system. These are the couple parts that'll be coming with your bed kit. Inside of your pre-cut kit, you will receive this hardware. For mounting the system, you'll have these dished washers, 4 of them. You have some M8 bolts to go into the stock locations in the floor of your Bronco. To build the box, you will have an assortment of, you have T-nuts here to attach the drawer slides. You'll have the bolts that go into the T-nuts, and you'll have some 1 1/4 screws to build the entire drawer system. The only tools you will need is a drill motor with a Phillips head and a hammer to pound the T-nuts in. The first thing you want to do is lay out all the pieces that have these circles cut into them with the pocketing. The pocketing is where the hole is recessed. We do that for the T-nuts. The T-nuts are the hardware pieces with the little spikes in them. Those will go into all of these holes here. This is what the drawer slide is attached to. So I'm gonna pop all of these in here, and that's where you'll bring the hammer and just give them all like one good hit. That will seat the little spikes into the birch wood. We pocket these out so that it doesn't go into the hex ply, which is really hard to smash these into and kind of splits it a little bit. So having it indented like that helps to get these in a lot easier. If you need to hit them down a little further in, I'd recommend grabbing a screwdriver, just a Phillips head or something that has a bigger tip than the T-nut here. You can kind of just set it in there, and you can just do a couple more hits into it. And now that they're fully seated in there, you're ready to start building it. We got all of our T-nuts in. We're gonna set our drawer jams aside. The drawer jams have the slots right here for the dividers in it. We're gonna take these pieces that are what our drawer slides attached to. We're gonna set them up. All right, now that we have our T-nuts into all the areas that are gonna be attached with the drawer slides, we're gonna start building the skeleton of our box, or the carcass, all the uprights that are 3/4 inch that are gonna hold the top of our box. In this view, you're gonna wanna put the back piece of the drawer system, which has this cutout over here, hex ply facing yourself. This is the driver's side of the drawer system, hex ply facing out. Passenger side of the drawer system, hex ply facing out. And your center jam, which has the T-nuts in it for your single drawer here, hex ply facing into the small area. Now we're gonna start connecting everything. So you're gonna take your 2 outer pieces, you're gonna take these insets, pocket them together, and start attaching it with the 1 1/2 screws. You wanna make sure that every single corner and piece that comes together is flush. Moving along to our center jam, this will get 2 screws in the back here. Make sure it fits in there nice and tight, and also your top is flush. On these outside pieces, the tab will get 1 screw going into the back, and the back will get 2 screws going into this jam here. So that is your box carcass, super easy to put together. The next step is going to be to flip it over and attach the bottom. This is what the box bottom looks like. This one is gonna go with the hex ply inward to the system. It's gonna set in like this. Drop into all of these pre-cut tabs here. With a little bit of persuasion. Fit nice and tight, like such. I like to work my way around Working on one corner, keeping it nice and flush, making sure these corners are flush as well. Once again, we'll grab a handful of our black wood screws here and just start screwing them into every hole we see. All right, that is everything attaching the box bottom to the jambs. Flip it over. This is where we can now install this face part that sits right here. That part looks like this, and that will go here. It will be pushed into this inset there, 2 screws here and 2 screws here. When you're gonna be installing these black screws into a face that's gonna be seen like here, the drawer face, or the top, you're gonna wanna countersink this head just enough to where you don't see any white around it here, and so that it's, when you rub your finger over it, you don't feel that head. We are starting to take shape of our box here. As you can see, there's a hole cut out back here. This is so when you're installing this system, you can reach your hand in here and get to that dishwasher. All right, let's start installing the drawer slides. You're going to have one locking tab drawer slide and one non-locking drawer slide. The way to take these apart for the non-locking is pull this inner rail all the way out, flip it over. You'll see a little black lever here. You'll push that lever in the opposite direction and it'll release the inner slide. This one will be going on the left side of the drawer system. For the locking slide, you're gonna click the button down, pull it all the way out while holding the button down, and that'll release the inner rail as well. This one will go on your right side. Now, this is where these small machine screws come in. We're going to be putting these into the holes that line up on your drawer slide, like such. I'll get them finger tight or tight with a screwdriver. Once you get them tight enough, you could put them in with the drill motor if you feel comfortable with that. I usually just tighten them up with the drill motor because then it also sucks the T-nut in and makes a really good fastener. There we go. Also, you're going to want to make sure that the head of this machine screw is flush into your drawer slide so it's not protruding and it stops the drawer slide from moving. We'll do the same thing on this opposite side. You want to make sure your drawer slide is flush in the face here. I'll usually push it out a little bit until you see these slots and line those up with where you'll see all the screws. Sorry, all the holes from the T-nuts. Kind of hand tighten them all so you have a little bit of wiggle room when you're working your way down. And now that you got them all in, just give them a snug with the drill motor. There we go. Now, you have your box. The next part would be your box top. This is your box top. It has a cutout in it for the top here. This will set in like so. On this one, I would like to start from the face to snug it up. Sorry, to flush it up, I should say. This is where the piece in your package that comes in handy is like this. This drops in the top like that to make a nice area that you can easily pop open to get to anything inside of this cubby you can't maybe access from the front if you are, you've had the tailgate closed, right? All right, to start screwing this in, you wanna make sure that these two corners right here are flush on this edge and on this edge. And then this corner right here meets up with this corner. Same thing on this side. So from this location, once this front's screwed in, you want to press down and make sure the back is nice and flush. Attach all these screws back here. Working our way along the side. Once again, flush the heads. All right, we have our box top connected to the whole carcass or skeleton of the box. We're gonna set this aside for now, start building the drawer and be able to slide it in. All right, to build your drawer box, you're gonna wanna have these side jambs here with the hex ply facing up. You can see the T-nuts and the divider slots here. And here's your box back with the hex ply facing up as well. Same thing as the skeleton of the box. We're gonna stand these up, get your black screws, attach them like such. All right, the right jam is in. Moving over to the left jam. Box jams, we're gonna flip it over. You wanna take the piece that looks like this, put the hex ply down. This is one place where This can be reversed, and it usually looks best if you have the hex ply going into the drawer. This piece can easily be flipped over if you want that look. I like the hex ply looking in. Bunch of black screws and just work your way around. Make sure the face is flush and the side as well. All right, all screws into the drawer box. The next part, you're gonna be attaching your drawer slides that we removed from the outer rail, those inner rails. We're gonna start attaching this drawer box. My easiest way of doing it is to set the drawer box up like this, because I'm on a really tall table right now. We are looking at the left side of the drawer box. Also, the holes will match up with it's a non-locking or locking. So here's the non-locking, we're gonna set it on like that. Just like I said before, if you feel comfortable with hand tightening them with a screwdriver before using the drill motor, or if you wanna do it all with a screwdriver, that is completely up to your discretion. We're gonna do 3 of them for the non-locking. Same thing for the other side. You'll notice on the locking drawer slide, the front of the little U-channel part of the drawer slide will be about 1/2 inch from the face of the drawer. That is on purpose, so that the locking tab doesn't protrude too far out. There's your drawer box. The next would be to install your drawer face. On the drawer face, we have put a channel in it, so it'll land on here perfectly. I like to sometimes put a little bit of glue on there, just in case, but this is also just a very strong way of putting it together is through the face right here. So you're gonna want to line up this channel with the jambs, the bottom and the opposite jamb. You can feel it drop into place, and you will attach through the face. And flush those screws out. That is your drawer box. Now let's fit it into the rest of the drawer system. All right, so when installing your drawer, the drawer system, you're gonna wanna line it up like such and lift up the jambs to fit on the inside here, right into the channels. Same thing on your right side. You'll get in here, wiggle it up and down, left to right a little bit. You can feel them locking into that ball bearing tracks. And that is your Bronco 4-door drawer system. You've got your drawer installed, locks out, locks in. You've got your cubby here to pack stuff away. You've got the top, pops in just like that. Now let's get into the vehicle.